Welcome back to the channel where I'm endeavoring to see the world. Today I am in the unique city of Venice on the Adriatic coast of Italy. In this video, I will show you what we got to see in just 24 hours, the main sites, along with some practical information including transport, tips on where to stay, and my personal recommendations, so you can make the most of your visit too. Let's start with your arrival into Venice. If you come by plane to Marco Polo Airport, there are a few options to get you to the center by road, but I recommend this water taxi service, as it is a unique experience to have a dock in the airport. And the Ali Laguna water taxi for €18 per person can get you to specific areas of the city. You can prepay online in advance, but there was a desk and ticket machines, so not having booked wasn't a problem. Just pick the right service for your destination and you will be on board your water taxi en route to central Venice. By road you will come either by train or bus. This is the central bus station. Most of Venice is not accessible by car, so this is as far as road traffic can come. Still, it's an easy walk from here to the rest of Venice, or you can pick up water transport. The first bridge you cross in Venice might be this one, and just on the other side is the train station. If you come by train, Venice Santa Lucia station is also a very central access point. There are trains arriving direct from Venice Mascheria on the mainland or from Bologna or Milan. Outside the train station is a major hub to pick up another transport option like the Vaporetto water bus service, or start to explore on foot. Venice has a very early history as an influential republic, the capital of the Republic of Venice, which was a major commercial and military power in the region for over 1,000 years. Now it is a major tourist destination, an iconic center for the arts, known for its festivals, and an awe-inspiring place to experience. Piazza San Marco, or St. Mark's Square, is in the San Marco neighborhood. From Santa Lucia station, it is just over 2 kilometers, so not a bad walk through Venice, crossing numerous canals. One of the sites here is the Campanile Di San Marco, which is the belfry associated with the basilica. And being the tallest viewpoint in Venice, it's worthwhile to visit. Tickets can be booked online, and it's €15 per person to access the viewing platform. It's a bit of a wait for the elevator, but once you are up in the bell tower, you get 360-degree views over all of Venice. From the south, you can see the island of Giudecca, and below to the left, the Doge's Palace, another popular site to visit in St. Mark's Square. To the east, the full view of the Doge's Palace and St. Mark's Basilica. There are some signs to help guide you in what you are looking at. The view to the north takes in all of Venice, which is made up of over 100 islands. And notably, just in front of us, you can see the clock tower, with the 2 bronze figures on top which strike on the hour. This view of St. Mark's Square shows the Procuratie, the historical administrative center of Venice. And looking out to the west, you get the full view of St. Mark's Square, the neighborhood of Dorsoduro on the mainland in the distance. It's a great way to get your bearings and get inspiration for your visit. As I mentioned, there's lots of cafes and restaurants here in the square if you want to soak up the atmosphere a bit more. but there's lots more to explore in our 24 hours. The Basilica is an authentic Catholic church operating services. Entry is free, but be aware if you enter during a service, a guided tour is your best bet. The Doge's Palace is best to book a timed entry ticket in advance. It's now a museum, but where the Doge, the leader of the Republic of Venice, lived, and you can see the inside, including the Bridge of Sighs leading to a former prison. Exiting the piazza and heading to the water's edge, called St. Mark's Basin, you can gaze out to sea or back at the amazing architecture of St. Mark's Square. You also come to a lot of options to take the gondola service, and I'll explain a bit about that. These gondola launches are all over the city, about 400 of them operating at once. This is separate to the Vaporetto, water bus, or private water taxis. It's more of a private tour than a mode of transport. It's on the pricey side, a set fee per tour for up to 5 people. In recent times, the city applied a set rate for the price, so no worry about negotiating or shopping around. And the price is set by the time of day and the duration of the tour. The most economical choice is then a daytime tour for 30 minutes, which costs €90. If you divide that by 5, it's not too bad actually. And you get a commentary about what you were seeing and the history from your gondolier. English is widely spoken, but check first that the gondolier can provide your language of choice. I think a gondola ride should be on your list because the perspective you get is unique from this vantage point. From the gondola, you get to see some of the parts of Venice that you can't reach on foot and are only accessed by the water. Our tour starts on the Grand Canal, the largest thoroughfare through Venice. It's lined with many buildings of interest, erected at many points in Venice's long history, so you get a mixture of architectural styles. Passing under the Rialto Bridge, which is a main site I'll come to later. I have to say, this 40-minute gondola ride was the quietest, most peaceful part of our visit to Venice. The atmosphere is quiet, maybe even a little eerie, away from the heavy boat traffic of the Grand Canal. Interestingly, for a lot of homes and businesses, the only way of access is by boat. The Rialto Bridge. This is the oldest bridge that spans the Grand Canal. There has been a bridge on this site since the 12th century, but the current structure is from the 16th century. It has a central passageway lined on both sides with shops, and an outer passage on either side. I'm sure it's clear how this is one of the main tourist sites in Venice. There are a lot of people waiting to get the perfect photo spot. Something else associated with Venice is the Carnival of Venice, which happens every winter just before Mardi Gras. It attracts millions of visitors, and an important feature of this festival is the masks. This is one of the mascherare, or mask makers. Beautifully handcrafted out of ceramic, paper mache, or leather, adorned with feathers and other embellishments. These are so beautiful to look at, and I found a miniature mask to take home. Much better than the mass-produced ones you might find at the souvenir shops. Much better than the mass-produced ones you might find at the souvenir shops. On your exploration of Venice, you might come across this fish market in the San Polo neighborhood. An incredible variety of fish here. Definitely aimed at locals, but there is the option to ask the seller to cook anything you buy to sample. And that's probably the freshest fish and seafood you can get anywhere. And nearby there's also a vegetable market. So now I'll give you an overview of where we stayed for our night in Venice, the Visionary Venezia. One tip for when choosing where to stay is that you want to be within easy access of either the train station or one of the water taxi stations, especially if you have a suitcase on wheels or a lot to carry, because the bridges all have stairs and the walkways are not easy to navigate with a lot of luggage. Visionary Hotel is therefore a very good location next to Santa Lucia Station in the Cannaregio neighborhood. It's a modern hotel, 4-star, with much attention to detail in the decor, matching modern design with Venetian details. You have the benefit of a garden to take in the sun or shaded areas. You could bring your coffee out here, or there is a bar service. I did enjoy having this garden. It was lovely. The hotel itself is over 3 floors. On the ground floor is reception, the bar, which is open all day, and the breakfast room. Breakfast was generous, with a wide range of hot and cold items, everything presented elegantly, and wonderful service. Our classic double room was compact, but well appointed. The furnishings, I would say, were top-notch. The minibar you should check with reception, as your room rate might already include these, but if not, the prices are listed. Tea and coffee are included. Slippers are a nice touch. A generous wardrobe, and the safe in this half of the wardrobe. A large TV and overall enough space in here, so I would have been happy to stay longer. No view from this room. The hotel is not along the water, but some of the rooms you can actually see the Grand Canal. The bathroom, again, very modern. A large stand-up shower. A very good shower with rainfall and a wand with nice toiletries provided. The toilet and bidet, a heated towel rail, and vanity area with a hairdryer. Overall, very satisfied with our stay here. So what are my final thoughts on Venice? I count myself lucky to have gotten to see this fascinating city. Such a unique atmosphere and steeped in history. Of course, there are millions like us who also want to see the world and come here, so yes, it is busy. The local government is looking at ways to manage tourism, and I applaud these efforts because Venice and its traditions need to be preserved. It is also expensive, particularly for accommodation and transport. But other things like restaurants and shopping were on par with other parts of Italy. Was 24 hours enough? We didn't get a chance to explore all of the neighborhoods, no. But because a lot is packed into a small area, you don't need so much time. If exploring the outer islands like Murano and Burano, indeed you would need to factor that in. But there's always next time. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel to see where I go next. Bye for now.